Tender report. A tender report is a brief history of the tendering process and analysis to each other's submission and any subsequent negotiation. It's generally prepared by the cost consultant for submission to the client, but should have observation and contribution from the design team regarding the perceived value of each bid. Then, following are details included in tender report. First, detailed project. Second, we advance invite tender, say date of tender, invite and close, and state tender running time end. Third, tenderer list, including tender price and completion time that the proposed by tenderer. Then, list of tenderer mistake were included in the document tender. Next, list completion time were according to lower tender price before. Next, study of mistake which occurred in tender and list mistake tender. Then, in the list letters, tender price need to be stated including mistake which occur if B. Next, submit department estimate and difference between each tenderer. Then, contractor background such as name of company, contractor class and project list that had and were being implemented. Then, proposal and support to tender board to accept as eligible contractor after matter above analysis and look into. Then, submit QS cost estimate and difference with tenderer. Next, tenderer background and project list which has been and still under construction. Lastly, QS will submit tenderer proposal those eligible for agreed, received and certified by the board tender. Thank you.
The roles of quantity surveyor to prepare a tender report. Quantity surveyor must give report to architect and client for enable choose tender suitably. Second, QS must be focused attention and not matter minor as details, arithmetic error. Third, QS need to be walked through the tender based upon schedule of rate. Fourth, the tender based upon only a drawing and details must be and being monitored through rates of as stated. 5. The tender based upon the quantity necessary examine carefully because may be impacted notable to total costs. During the typical tender and contract process, quantity surveyors have been opened and shortlist the basic hygiene checklists are qualified and financial bids shortlisting during the discussion the project. Quantity surveyor more important roles in estimate. Quantity surveyor very crucial role in manufacturers construction tender.
Roles of QS involve the evaluation process to prepare a tender report. Preliminary first evaluation stage. First stage assessment on lowest tender until several tender in reasonable range of release in order to meet preconditions subsequently. First is tender perfection. Only the tenders are complete and free from defects in terms of law and contract that may affect their entitlement to be considered in accordance with current practice. The second is among the revisions made on the signature affixed to the right place, record price in the tender form, the registration of a contract with CIDB still valid and so forth. Third is adequacy of the document. The document must be submitted by the tender in a copy of the audited account. Number 4 is satisfactory financial position. Satisfied accessor officer tender having satisfactory financial position. Number 5 is any tender who have less capital than the minimum capital is not eligible to be considered for recommendation. Number 6 is satisfactory current job performance. Evaluated tender does not face certain termination action. The project has no pain and work performance is in good condition. Second evaluation stage. Second stage assessment only made on several tender who pass assessment first stage starting with lowest tender according to price model tender assembly. Criteria to determine most profitable tenders to be taken into consideration. The first is tender price. Tender price and rate of major item in bill of quantities by tenders will be analyzed and will be compared with tender price and rate by the consultant. Second is experience. If the tender price is low, the tender should do an excellent work record in executing work at least 2 similar works within past 5 years. Third is current work performance. Current job is either incomplete or in progress work during tender closing date. Number 4 is technical staff. This factor is assessed based on the number of technical personnel in the employment of the tenderer. Last is plant and equipment. If technical staff less than this laid down by AKM, but there are other factors can support his tender price, thus it may be taken into account. That's all.
There are 9 criteria of contractor selection. The first is reasonable price. Good price is not necessarily the shortest price. This situation caused the project to face a problem. Number 2, working experience. Contractor who has extensive experience in the same field with the proposed work has the advantage of being chosen. Third, background of the company. Contractor who has a good background and clean is considered to be selected. This can be found by referring to the records of their work in the past. Next, financial record. Contractors that has the record of finance good and stable have the inside track to be chosen. Contractors who have adequate financial, at least 5% of the project, also has the advantage to be considered. The fifth, administration and technical staff. Contractors that have enough staff, especially the technical staff, of course have better capabilities than the contractors indicated. Other than that, machinery and plant. This is also considered as the contractor has adequate plant and machinery is certainly not a problem in the rent. Next, current project record. Contractors that have too many projects on hand is often a problem for completing all work properly incurred. To avoid any inconvenience to the project, then only contractors that really have commitment to complete the project will be picked. After that, tender perfection. Tenders which have imperfections may result in binding contract. Cannot be sure existence. Quantity surveyor must check the tender document which the tender form is not signed. The finished work is not mentioned and others mentioned in the tender report. Finally, reasonable date of completion. Quantity surveyors need to take into account the profit comparison of the period ready to vary. The effect of the completion of the final price due to the price adjustment contract should also be considered.
Today I would like to explain the reason why tender is usually failed. The first one is to be competitive in pricing as well as good value for money. The second one is administrative reason, such as forget to sign the tender and then submit it into the wrong box. The third one is missing information. It is ensure you supply all the additional information that the tender asks for. The fourth one is unclear proposal. It is communicate in such way that clearly understood what you are offering.